I mean, 2025 has been an incredible year when it comes to the sport of boxing. We've been getting so many incredible fights. I mean, in the next couple of months, things are going to be a bit slow until we get Canelo versus Crawford. But earlier this year, I mean, I never really watched the fight, and after the fight ended, I was in such a bad mood. But it happened once in this year, earlier this March, when the pride of Ireland, the future superstar, the future pound for pound star, Paddy Donovan, faced off against fellow Irishman, Crocker. Now, what can you say about what we saw in the first fight? My goodness, no doubt about it. Paddy Donovan won every single round, won every single exchange. And in my opinion, he knocked out Crocker. But Paddy wasn't fighting just Crocker on the night. He was fighting the referee, he was fighting the crowd, and the man did his best. And he did an unbelievable job in trying to weather the storm when it comes to being attacked from everywhere, from the referee, from Crocker, from the fans in the arena. But we gotta be honest here. Yes, that final knockout shot was after the bell. But the shot already left the chamber. And even before, let's talk about before what we saw in the finishing touches in the fight. I mean, that referee, my goodness was he terrible. My goodness was he atrocious and horrible. The incompetence and corruption that we saw that night was heartbreaking when you talk about the Paddy Donovan side. And Paddy Donovan, make no mistake about it, the man was robbed. The man was robbed not only of a victory and of his undefeated record, but most importantly, the man was robbed of becoming a world champion because he was giving the knockout that night. Now he would have been elevated into the IBF welterweight champion of the world. And make no mistake about it. Yes, this fight is going to be bigger. Yes, this fight is going to be better. More eyes will be on it. More stakes will be on the line. But I'll tell you this. Paddy Donovan is about to put on a star-making performance, and he is about to explode onto the global stage as the next face of Irish boxing. And what an unbelievable man Paddy Donovan is. I mean, I actually had the pleasure of what a crazy coincidence. My neighbor is Paddy Donovan's brother. Can you believe that? My neighbor is Paddy's brother, and I was sitting in the sauna of the building with my brother talking about the upcoming boxing matches, and who walks in? This Irish man walks in, and I told him, I was like, do you know who you look like? You look like a boxer named Paddy Donovan. And he was like, oh really? Well, Paddy's my brother. I was like, he's your brother? I mean, is he like, brother, you mean like your friend? He's like, no, he's like actually my blood brother. And what does he do? Calls him on FaceTime and gives me the phone to chat with Paddy. And what an unbelievable man Paddy is. So humble, so gracious. And I have no question in my mind. I mean, just think about this. We see the success now of the great Andy Lee, Hamza Shiraz, what he did to him, Ben Whittaker. I mean, the man is an absolute wizard. And the only reason why Andy Lee became actually a coach was because he saw Paddy Donovan when he was a kid. He was like, listen, if I'm going to be a coach, I'm going to be a coach to this man. This man is so special. Not just inside the ring, but most importantly outside of the ring. And I have no question in my mind that not only will Paddy Donovan win this fight, yes, Crocker is going to come more prepared. Yes, Crocker will be stronger and sharper. He should be. But you know who's also going to be stronger and sharper and faster and way smarter this time? The great Paddy Donovan. And I am expecting a night to remember, in one of the biggest fights in Irish boxing history, and I expect Paddy Donovan not just to win this fight, but for an absolute superstar to be born in September when he squares off against Crocker.